Hey, what's going on, guys? So we are coming to you from the second park of the day, which is Camden Park here in Huntington, West Virginia. We just got done doing all the stuff we want to do, so it's time to do a little filming, show you around the park. You can see the park map here. Now the front entrance is over there, and I'll walk past that and show you guys that in a little bit. I wanted to come show you the new coaster that they got here, and shocker, it's an it's an SBF Visa spinner. So SBF Visa Group. They're popping up everywhere, so that was the main reason we came here. Anyways, I'm going to give you guys a tour, and yeah, like I said, we are at Camden Park in Huntington, West Virginia, so hopefully you guys enjoy this tour. So let's start over here. You can see they got a older paratrooper, which is cool, and then they got a Cyclos, which I'm not sure what they call it here. If you know, like the one that's at Kentucky Kingdom, it's the same thing, but this it's called Slingshot here. You can see the Big Dipper moving right there. I'll talk about that here in a little bit. But yep, there's an SBF spinner. So I'm not going to spend too much time talking about it, but anyways, that's the main reason we came back here, because we want to get the new credit. Anyways, so let's talk about the Big Dipper a little bit. It's actually the first time we came here, I was really small, and my dad didn't remember much about our first visit either, so it was really neat coming back here and riding it again, because it was actually a really good coaster. Had some pretty decent airtime, but the best thing about it, I think, is the fact that it's got like the old school train style. You can see that there. Very cool. Anyways, I'm gonna walk over this way, back over here by the spinner, and I'm gonna wait for the train to go so you guys can get a good little view of it running. So I'll be right back with you guys. Anyways, guys, that gives you a good idea of how it's running. So it's actually, like I said, it's not a bad ride at all. It actually had pretty good airtime in it, and yeah, I mean, for an old coaster, not really sure the date. I'll have to figure that out sometime. I'll probably insert it right here in the video, so I'll insert it, you know, whatever date it was built. But even for an old coaster, I think it deserves the credit that it gets as far as, you know, being a good ride. I think it deserves to be commended. So good on Camden Park for keeping, you know, the coaster running in decent shape. Some parks have older stuff that they just let go completely, and yeah, you guys probably know how I feel about that. Anyways, we're gonna walk over this way and give you a little carousel action going on, and then we'll continue the tour. So let's walk over here to the carousel. I'm just gonna keep it rolling here. You can see the haunted house over there. We'll get to that in a second, but I just wanted to show you a little bit of the carousel they got here. It's actually a really nice carousel, and yeah. So anyways, I just want to come over here and give you a closer look at the carousel. It's always neat to see good old carousel at a park. The artwork on it's actually pretty nice. That horse looks like he's having issues though. Anyways, and I don't think it's actually a speaker. I can't quite tell. Anyways, even if it's a speaker, it's cool. It don't sound like one though. Very cool. Just had to give a shout out to the carousel while we were over here. So let's walk over to the haunted house, and we'll show you a little bit more of that. The haunted house is actually pretty decent. It actually is considered a coaster credit. So for all my credit getters out there, get you a credit for coming and riding the haunted house. But yeah, it's just one of those ones that has like a little lift, and you go down the hill, and pretty standard like fair type haunted house. and there's nothing wrong with that. It's actually, you know, sometimes people prefer something like that. But you can see it's got the little lift hill there. We'll show you going down. We'll show you him going down the hill right here. So, anyways, that is a thumbs up. I do actually really enjoy that kind of stuff. So we're gonna, excuse me, buddy. We're gonna walk over here, and we're gonna continue the tour. Now, when we come over this way, they actually have the entrance of the park, which I'm getting ready to show you guys. So, what's funny is they have a big group outing today here at the park, and if the group outing wasn't here, there wouldn't be nobody here. So, it makes me wonder if the park would even try to be open if the group outing wasn't here. But anyways, they have that's the entrance over here. And once you come through the entrance, you just come straight out, and we took a left. You can see the paratrooper over in the background. So that's the way we came. So now we're going to take a right, and I want to show you back in this little corner. They actually have a really good whip here, which is nice. So let's walk over here. I'll give you a good look at that. Looks like they just unloaded, so we might come back here in a second after I show you the Scrambler and the Flying Eagles, or the Flying Scooters, whichever you prefer. But yeah, they have a really cool whip ride here, and then they have, you can see over there, they got a little kiddie bus and car ride, and then they got the Flying Scooters, and then all the way in the back over here, they have the Scrambler. You can see that over there. Pretty cool. And then they actually have a behind the Flying Scooters over here, they actually have a grill, so you can go in there and get you some munchies. So, West Virginia Grill. Pretty darn neat. Anyways, you can see another good little angle there of the Big Dipper. Pretty cool. Anyways, let's go over here and see if we can get the whip running a little bit. So I'll cut it right here, and I'll be right back with you guys. Anyways, very cool. I love the old classic whips. My favorite one is at Kennywood, but that one was really good. I put that one up there with the Gwenda Knobles. Like those two are about comparable to each other. And then over here they actually have one of my favorite attractions that any park can have, and that's the standard sky lift, which you know what that is if you've been to pretty much any park that has one. Anyways, I love those. That's one of my favorite rides in the world. I always love chairlifts and sky lifts. I just really enjoy that style of ride. And then they have a pony cart ride over here, which is a little bit older design. And then they also have a mini golf course over here. I'll try to go over and get you a look at it if I can. But anyways, I always like these little pony carts are always really cool. They're just kind of old school. So really neat to see the old school ride like that. And then here, right here, this little gate right here where we're in front of is the train station. Now it looks like the train is not, it just took off, I suppose, because I don't see it. Well, you might be able to see it back there. Let me zoom in here. You can see it coming around over there. We just got off that too. It was a good ride. I mean, it's kind of slow, especially compared to the one that we rode at Clementon. But like I said in my video about Little America. Nothing's ever going to top that train, but you can see a little glimpse of the golf course, the mini golf over there. Looks like a pretty decent little course. Let's continue walking over this way. Once you cross over the train tracks, you actually get into the other side of the park, the back side of the park, and it has this is where the Little Dipper is. It's a basically just a smaller version for the kids to ride the Big Dipper. So the Little Dipper is basically the same exact layout, a little different, just kind of the same same style, I suppose. Just a smaller version. It's kind of scaled down. Here you go. I'll give you another better look here at the mini golf course they got here at the park. I'll give you another look at it. It's not a bad course at all. Looks like you like mini golf, you'd enjoy it. Another good shot of the sky ride there. But yeah, this is the Little Dipper here. So I'll go ahead and cut it here so we can get a little shot of it running, and then we'll keep moving on with the tour. Alright guys, I just wanted to give you a little bit of shot more of the train here, a little closer, coming back into the station. You can see the cars there. And the Little Dipper is about to run, so let's watch that. Anyways, pretty cool little coaster. Now we're going to continue on the tour over here, over by the log ride, which is right on the other side over here. I don't want to get too close because the water is pretty close to the side of the path, so I don't want to take a chance of getting splashed too bad. Yeah, you can see right here they got a log ride. Nothing too fancy, but you know, log rides are just good in their own right, so it's always a good thing. Anyways, that is the log ride. Super cool. Now the rest of these rides are a little bit further back, so I'm going to start in the back. We're going to head back over this way. I'll definitely give you guys a good frame of reference of where we're at, but it's basically just a straight shot back here, but the rides are a little bit more spread out, so I'm going to cut it here, and then we'll walk back to this location so I can show you guys the rest of the rides back here. See you in a second. Alright guys, so we just walked a little bit further down. We walked straight back on the path, and on here in the back they got a kite flyer. And tell you how long ago it's been, that was brand new the last time we came, which I can't remember what year it was, but it's been quite a little while since we've been to this park, so it's good to see that it's still in decent shape since we've been here. But they got a tilt-a-whirl back here as well, so they have a tilt-a-whirl and a scrambler, so this park is official, gets the official stamp of approval. And then they have the swans. You can go out on the little pond here, ride the swan boats. Very cool. Then they have a little rock and tug, pretty standard. And then over this way they do have a little restaurant. I think it serves slushes and snow cones. So if that's something you're interested in, you can go in that little restaurant right there and get that. Let me check this sign just to make sure. And yep, so you can go in that little restaurant there and get you a snow cone or a slushie. So that's pretty cool if you're interested in that. And you can see back over here where the entrance of the log ride is. That's where we started to head back. So I'm going to cut it here, and I'm going to check and make sure there's nothing else I want to show you guys. And if there is anything, I'll definitely will. But if not, we'll probably do the outro and we'll call it a video. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright guys, so we're back up towards the entrance now. And I did want to show you around the gift shop a little bit, so let's go into here and we'll make sure that we show you a little tour around here. But yeah, they have all kinds of neat little things in here. Little stuffed animals. They have little cars. A lot of kids trap stuff. But they do have something that's really cool that I think is really neat. And they have like the Camden clown stuffed animal. That's my style right there. I love that a lot. And they actually got a pretty good deal on playing cards too. So if you like playing cards, $3 on playing cards is pretty good. And they got all kinds of little stuff here. Then they have over here, they have like a little archive. Jesus, they got an arcade. So you can come over here and get some tickets and have some fun. And then over here, they have their t-shirt collection, which is really cool. They got plenty of shirts to choose from. And then over here is probably the coolest thing, I think. They have these framed kind of prints, but they're not that cool. So, anyways, super cool though. And I just learned, my dad just told me something, that they actually bought King's Island Screaming Demon, which I never knew that. I guess they just couldn't keep the maintenance up on it. But anyways, those prints are very cool. And then over here, they do have little plates. Little looks like they got older pictures too. You can buy. And then they got a little photo album, little mini cards, little glasses. I believe this is a candle. I can't tell what that is. Oh, it's a slush thing? I have no idea. Anyways. And then there's another, it's a good look at the plate there. Anyways, pretty darn cool. And then if you're into ornaments, they have a good selection of that too. Pretty darn cool ornament. And then they have a cool keychain. If you're into keychains. Pretty sick. Anyways, guys, that is the gift shop. So they do have a pretty good selection here. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like they have any pins for me, but that's okay. I'm getting used to that now. Anyways, we're gonna walk back out here. Like I said, if there's anything else I want to show you guys, I'll definitely be showing you. But if not, I think we're gonna call it a video. So I'll see you guys in a second. Alright guys, one more thing before I want to do my outro. We did come over here. This is the entrance of the park like I was showing you. And you can see the back side of the haunted house. So behind the haunted house, they actually have a little stretch of rides. They actually have the little classic hand carts, which used to be at Kings Island, if you remember those. But they're not there anymore. But they do have the hand carts here. That is very cool. And then they got the little boat ride. You know, classic, just goes in a circle type of thing. Pretty darn cool. Then they got a little mini whip here, which is really neat. Pretty darn cool. It's really cool to see the little hand carts because you really don't see those much anymore. I haven't seen one since Kings Island, so there might have been one other park that we went to that had them, but I can't remember what it was. And then they have like little motor vehicles over here. The kids can get in and ride around. And then if you walk over this way, you can see that they actually have little rocket ships. So you can come over here and live out your space flight fantasies, which is really cool. I actually like these old rocket ship types because they have the little guns on them and stuff. So pretty neat. And with that, I think we're going to come over here, and you can see the park entrance sign there. And I think we're going to call it a video. So I really do hope you guys enjoyed. As always, you can follow me on my Instagram at Daily Theme Park Photos. You can also follow me on Coaster Nerds on Facebook. We do all kinds of park coverage from the United States and the UK, so check us out on there if you want to keep up with news in the industry. Camden Park was fun. Had a good time here. I had a great time. I mean, I wish you know, I could remember the first time we came a little bit more, but I didn't. And I just remember the first time we didn't have as good of a time. I think we had a better time this time, so that's always a good thing. The Big Dipper is still running good, running decent, and that's all I can ask. I really appreciate the fact that Camden has kept it going like that. And yeah, so the haunted house is cool too. I think it's a great place to bring the kids. As always, I always say that about these smaller parks, but I really do believe that's true. So anyways, you can take my opinion for what it is. It's just my opinion, but there's that. So I really do hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to quit rambling. Thank you guys for watching. Please have a fantastic day.